Streaming?
Rolling. Oh, we streaming right now?
We're live.
Oh, shit.
We're live, bitches. Hey guys, welcome to Give Me 5, the Banter, the weekly podcast where we talk about games, movies, snacks, and more. And we're going to have a snack break, damn it. We're going to have a snack break today. I'm your host, T. Bishop, my co-host,
Milky Tea.
and Father John in the back. Is he there? Is he there?
It's me.
You
I'm
see him?
here.
He
Yeah.
showed up. There,
Yeah,
cool.
That's way too high, guys.
You're high.
Oh, this is way too high.
You're high.
What's high?
Oh, he's saying the
camera.
camera's too high. Bring it down for the video, peoples. We are
He
on
just wants
Twitch.
his nuts in there.
You want to put that away? People can hear that. This is the audio podcast too, bro. All right.
I'm trying to see
So
where
all
we're
of our
at.
audio and video and live streaming people, welcome.
Yeah.
We're once again like a little off
There we
schedule,
go.
but we've got some fun stuff.
It
there we
looks like
go.
we're looking down on you.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
I mean, we can lower it. a
Oh my
little
God.
bit,
Can we lower it?
It
It's so
needs to be
bad.
fixed. I'm
It's
like, I'm gonna go nuts here for a second. 1 second, guys.
Yeah.
but- All right. So in the meantime, what did you just watch today, Father John?
I watched. Oh.
He'll fix that. Don't worry about him. He'll fix it.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
What did you watch today?
That's a joke. You missed the joke.
Okay, great.
Westworld, Season 2, Episode 1.
Oh, so you were a pretty big fan of the first one.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Who's your favorite character in the first one?
I really like Bernard.
Ooh, but isn't Well,
Well,
wait.
no
do we have
spoilers,
to be, I was
right?
gonna say, do we have to be careful about spoilers now? Dude, you can't get me in it now. Here,
Yeah, real crotch
the table
shot.
back.
That's good.
move the table back. That's fine.
This is Welcome to Amateur Hour.
Yeah,
Give me 5.
You would have thought that we would have planned this out ahead of time, but Mike T decided that he's gonna start caring now.
How many episodes do we have of this?
Dude, it doesn't even matter. We've been doing this for almost a year now.
Yeah.
We've only been doing video podcasts for so long. So tell me, why is Bernard your favorite character?
There's just so much complexity to his character. Like, from what we know of him at the beginning to what we learn about him, and even still, even though like we think we know about him, there's a lot of complexity to him.
Well, I think with like Bernard though, like when you say complexity, I mean he's probably one of the most dynamic characters.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
really it. Like he's just, dude, you're gonna fucking give me an aneurysm.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he can see everything that you're doing.
This one's a lot better. Right there. Yep.
Leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave
Yep.
it, leave it, leave it, leave it. So Bernard, I do like Bernard. I think I had a soft spot for Bernard just because he got dealt such a shitty hand.
Yeah.
Like I feel bad for Bernard as a whole.
Absolutely.
Like, do you remember? I won't give spoilers, but actually, no. Fuck you guys. If you haven't seen it yet, this is we're on season 2. By the time you hit season 2, isn't it fair to talk about season 1?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's been like a solid year or two. Yeah.
Okay. So in season 1, do you remember when he first like pretty much finds out? Like he walks into the house, and he's like, "You've seen it, right? You've seen Westworld season 1?
Yeah, I've seen it.
He walks into that house, and what's his face? Fucking Sean Connery, what the fuck his name
Yeah.
is waiting for him.
Sean Connery.
No, it's
wow.
not Sean Connery.
It's not Sean Connery.
Hopkins. What's his
Hopkins.
name? Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins is. They're both fucking like British or
They're the
something, or
same-
Scottish.
Same person.
know.
Yeah.
But like, wasn't he like waiting for him? And he goes like, what's his face? Bernard goes into the house, and he basically finds out in that moment, and just everything comes crashing down.
Yeah. There what I love about the shows, there's a lot of those moments where it's just like, oh my God. You're like even if you feel like you really know what's going on, you don't. Like that's so shocking every single time.
Yeah, I think I really like what's her face. Don't take this the wrong way. What was the lead prostitute chick?
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
She's
huh?
super cutthroat, dude,
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
and she's played by a really great actress too.
Is she a really
So-
great actress, or is she just a great actress in this show and she's never really been in anything else?
She was in Mission Impossible. She was in
Mission Impossible?
was it?
She
yeah.
was in Mission Impossible. I didn't know.
Yeah.
That. It's kind of cool.
The
Her
really
name
like,
is Thandie Newton,
is that it?
apparently. But she was in Crash. She's in Mission Impossible,
Yep.
Westworld,
Yep, yep, yep.
2012.
Are you talking about the black girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. She's horrible.
I was trying not to
She's-
say the black chick.
She's so annoying.
What?
Yeah.
See, we already
Dude.
know why he doesn't like her though.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not true. I
That's
like
true.
I like the main white girl.
'Cause
Oh, I wonder why.
She's white.
No, I'm kidding.
No, no. I don't like that black actress.
Yeah, it's hard to
Um,
relate to her, huh?
Why? I grew up in the hood.
No, because you don't like any character that is independent and a female.
That's not true. I like Wonder Woman a lot.
Bullshit. We have footage that says otherwise.
I
Roll
never
the
said
tape.
no.
I
I
know,
never said I
we
didn't
need to
like
have-
Wonder Woman. I
we
said
need
I
to
don't
have
think it's
a-
going to be. I don't
we
think
need
it's
to have
going to be a good movie.
a cut take
Yeah.
where you just like all the times where Milky T's been like, no, fuck that. That's gonna be a terrible movie. Nobody wants to see that. It's not relatable. I hate female characters. Blah blah blah. All of the stuff. He's still going at it.
Yep, he's still going at it.
Wait.
Sorry
So
for the crotch shot. There
so-
he is.
scale from 1 to 10. Season 1.
Season 1 was a 10 for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
You give it a full on 10.
Yeah.
What about this first episode?
It was
Season 2.
It was good, but there's a lot of questions. It sets the stage for season 2. And I'll just say that. Like it's
Okay.
so open-ended. There's so many questions. It's
That's
so
the way every fucking episode
Was he pissed off about?
last season.
But what I didn't like about it is it didn't really give you anything to bite on. Like it was just so open.
Oh, I'll give you something to bite on.
Are you talking about Westworld? Didn't give you anything to bite on?
Season 2, the new episode.
At the end of it, didn't give you anything.
No.
Oh.
Not yes and no. Not as much as I like a little bit, but
Okay.
so.
But
I'm
you still
excited.
said the episode was really good though.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm excited where the season's gonna go.
Hmm.
They showed a preview at the end that kind of showed the whole season, and holy crap, it's insane.
I guess what I don't like about Westworld would be that I can't just watch them all at once. I hate that I have to
What
wait
do
a
you mean?
week.
Oh, you have to
for
do
an
that for
episode.
everything.
That's not true. Anything
Just
on
wait
Netflix
for
now.
wait for all of season 2 to come out.
But then everybody talks about it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Bunch of dickheads. Rule of thumb: spoilers. Don't talk about it until the next season's out.
That would be the rule of thumb.
So, are there any other shows that are starting? No, I don't think so. Right? Anything else
No,
that started back up?
no. I mean, any of the big shows. I mean,
Supergirl finally came back.
Supergirl's back. Stranger Things is having issues
Ooh,
right
that's
now.
right. Oh, wait, really?
They're getting sued.
What for?
Because they stole the idea for the show from somebody else.
I did hear about that actually.
Yeah.
I did hear about that.
And the evidence against it's pretty solid that they stole the
Wait,
idea.
well, remind me. I don't remember what the actual story was.
The original
what-
idea was just named something else. And some
Was it
other-
from another country though?
No, it was this guy they met at a party, and he had the original idea for it, and they pitched.
shit.
Yeah, they just
Was
changed
it?
some things.
Was
around.
it? How do you? Was it copywritten? How does that work? Copyrighted? I don't know.
I don't know. It
Because
depends.
isn't that the
on-
only way that you can?
It gets so confusing when it comes to that. Like, it would have to be like how.
How do you know it's
how
someone's
close.
IP unless it was like already produced?
If he already had the screenplay written for it or some kind of if I don't know.
Is
what the
that
exact,
really like if I wrote something, like I had a screenplay, but I didn't.
You-
I had nothing produced.
Yeah, you would have to prove that I read what you wrote and copied it.
It was produced.
Yeah.
It actually won an
Oh.
award. It was a short film called Montauk,
Yeah.
which won an award in 2012.
Oh shit!
And it just
that's
depends on
really
how close the
close.
story. Well, the reason why the crazy thing when they first pitched it to Netflix, I believe they actually used that original name for it when they first pitched it to Netflix.
Oh fuck!
It's really hard when it comes to that because one, you would have to prove that I stole your idea completely. So you kind of got to prove that I knew about your idea. There has to be so much exactly the same in the idea.
So, but like with stuff like that though, at this point, doesn't it have to be? Like you have to really, really suck ass at trying to cover your shit up to get caught at this point, right?
Or the guy was really intelligent and waited for a while to see how big the show was going to be before he brought it up because they're going to have to pay
Wait,
that guy out.
does that? Oh, did he get like royalties and shit now? You
Well,
think?
you got to think about it. If he can prove that he originally came up with the idea,
Does he get all the money?
he gets a lot. I mean, Netflix would then have to pay him for the rights to produce the show. They would have to back pay him for all the stuff. He could say, "I don't even want to give you rights for the show," and
Does
then
the,
Netflix
do
doesn't
the
get to
original,
make
or not
it.
the original writers, but the second hand, like the stealing, because the writers for Netflix aren't
They're-
hired by Netflix?
So
They're not like. They're not
Think
like,
about it as like when a patent gets stolen, right? That it's like that they don't have to stop making it, but they have to estimate what the value of that is and how that guy should be paid back for it.
But what I'm
So
saying
they would have
though
to
is, like,
determine how much money
but,
that
like, the people that
Stranger Things
wrote
has
it,
made and pretty much pay them.
the people that wrote it though, are they
They
like, do
it's
they
very
work
possible
for
that
Netflix, or are they like
no,
they?
for what I believe, they had an idea and they sold the idea to Netflix.
So then, how is it that they aren't the ones being chastised for it? Like,
They will. I mean, they would have to
they
give
should
up
get gutted,
money.
not Netflix.
like
It's
it,
not
it,
Netflix's fault. They don't know.
it's both. It's gonna Netflix is gonna have to pay to continue to keep using it if they win the settlement.
Oh, I mean,
Those guys would have to pay back money that they gain from it.
but would a
It
second
gets crazy.
season not be
Third season?
separate? Or sorry, would a third season not be separate though? Like,
No, because you're still basing that off the original idea that was created by somebody else.
I didn't know that. I guess I never really thought about it. That's interesting to me.
Well, think about if I wrote Star Wars and I finally now decided that I wrote Star Wars, and then all the money that George Lucas made, all the money that Disney made off my idea would have to be paid back towards me in some kind of way.
But that would be so hard to prove because that's also so far back.
Yeah, but
Like, that's why I'm saying with Stranger Things, that was 6 years ago.
no, try two.
You said 2012, right, Father John?
That's when the short came out.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
So
6 years is not a long and not only that, but when did Stranger Things 1?
2016.
Yeah.
4 years later. Like,
Well, it probably took him a while maybe to build a case to prove that it was his original idea. It's hard to say why.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, 4 to 6 years is not long enough for you to plagiarize somebody. Not that it's not that plagiarism like in that way is good, but I'm saying like
No.
like if you came back at it from Star Wars now, it'd be like, oh fuck, like
Well, unless I went through my great grandpa stuff
would
and
be
I found out that he was the original creator.
right, that'd be impossible to fucking prove, right?
It'd be hard, but you probably could. I mean,
Yeah.
if you had proof there.
You saw the Deadpool trailer. We didn't talk about the Deadpool trailer.
Oh, the
yet.
new Deadpool trailer?
Yeah, the new Deadpool
Dude,
trailer.
Deadpool looks so fucking good. It looks so good.
I haven't seen it.
The
Deadpool trailer.
you gotta watch it.
Weren't you complaining about it having too much? What?
It looks clean. I think my biggest problem with it is like it's the same thing again to bring up Stranger Things is if you look at Stranger Things season 1 versus season 2, you see the difference in the video quality and it's almost too clean. You know, like
I don't even.
it
I
doesn't
feel
have
like
that grungy look. Tyler,
almost
Father, you saw both, right?
Yeah. So
And you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, and I actually thought about this today with Westworld. I think what I love about HBO shows is they just look amazing right off the bat.
Right, and they do because they have the
Sure.
funding going into it. Like you can look at Game of Thrones first season versus the last season, and the quality is pretty much the same because the money that they were putting into it was so high in the beginning that adding more money to it doesn't really change a lot in quality. But for Stranger Things, like
Yeah, very
they
much.
had a lower budget. Now
I still haven't seen
God.
Stranger Things, by the way.
you got to see it. It's really great.
Yeah. Speaking of
Um,
which,
yeah. So Deadpool 2, same problem.
yeah.
Is I hope the story's really great, but it just looks too clean now.
What'd you think of Ready Player One? We just got to see Ready Player One. We actually
Finally.
went to see it together, which
Yeah.
is awesome.
Somebody would have cried.
I felt included this
yeah.
time. Yeah, I would have been upset.
I know you would have.
I would've been
I don't think
really-
you would have fucking talked to us for like a month.
I would have been really pissed off.
Like the podcast would have been really weird.
It's a good thing we didn't tell them about the first time we saw it.
I know. I thought we did a really
I love
good
that
job
you guys
of
keep making that joke.
because it makes you mad.
What'd you think?
So Ready, and it's hard. I mean, it sucks that we're talking about it like a month later, but
Hoping that would be
Ready,
discreet.
So I've thought about Ready Player One for the last couple of days, and this is my thing. Do I think it's an amazing movie?
Black Cherry.
No, I don't. Do I think it's a really fun movie and a great family movie and
It's
just
fun.
overall fun? Yeah, it's a great movie when it comes to that.
I thought of something else, and I have to.
But-
hold on. I have to.
but,
hold on,
like,
sorry.
And like, it's just being able to see shit for at least for me from my childhood, from the '80s and early '90s and all the way up now. Like the way they added everything was just fun for me.
yeah.
Do I think it was an amazing story? Not so much. Do I think
Well,
the CGI was amazing? It
so
was
once again,
good.
you haven't read the book though.
Yeah.
Like the storytelling.
We're not talking about the
in
book, Terry.
Well, I know. My point though is like you say, it's not like it's like an amazing story. It is an amazing story. It wasn't portrayed the same way.
It was
in
still
the
a
movie.
decent story.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay. They changed the challenges, and that made me really sad.
Oh.
So the zombie shit that happened, remember that second ring,
Yeah.
the Jade ring or whatever it was,
Uh-huh.
that didn't happen.
They didn't it wasn't The Shining?
I don't believe it was The Shining, but
Oh,
more
man.
importantly, there was nothing to do with fucking zombies floating around.
What did it have to do with?
They had, I'm almost 100% positive if it was Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and they had to take the part of one of the characters, and they had to word for word recite the scene all the way through.
The whole movie?
I don't remember if it was a whole movie or if it was a whole scene, but that's how you get the key. Like you had to
awesome.
recite. That was the challenge. The challenge was you had to recite every word from this, right? Because that's like that was the whole point. He was such a stickler. Like in order to get the money, like you had to complete nearly impossible challenges, right? So you had to memorize this.
What
and
about the first challenge with that? Was that the same?
No, I don't believe so. The third challenge was similar. They did play a game,
Mm-hmm.
but the only difference was it wasn't like you play and then you fall through the ice. It was you like you play the game and you're at an arcade cabinet and you have like a certain number of lives or some shit. Like I don't remember exactly how it played out, but it wasn't like only one person could play at this this arcade cabinet and then fall through ice. Like that was like you would play, one person would play, and then like if you lost, I think it was like you got sent back to the beginning of this maze or something. It was really silly.
What I wanted to, I guess, for me, what I wish there was more understanding of was like, how did people work in that time period? Like, how did they buy stuff? If they were so caught up in virtual reality, what else were people doing for work?
I don't remember.
Do you
exactly what
really
that was.
lose everything when you die in the game? You got to start back over, and people can just collect all the
Yeah,
money
if you died in
have.
the game in certain zones, like there are certain zones where there were battles,
Mhm.
and if you died, you would lose all your coins, which is why so many people were poor.
Right.
But they also didn't talk about how they're like the kids, like the main character, Wade Watts. He was still in school, and school was in the Oasis. That's actually part of where that
Oh,
was
so that'd have
how
been
that was
dope.
created,
But I was just curious how people worked outside of the Oasis.
which they do. Like if
right.
you
And
if
how'd you make
didn't-
your money and how all
you
this
notice
happened?
how there was still like a USPS,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And like all that stuff. Like there were still regular jobs. It's just people did everything they could to spend all of their time in the Oasis. Right? But
Yeah.
the kids wouldn't actually ever go to a school anymore. They would go and they put their headsets on, and then they had like all this shit that they would go to. They didn't talk about how Wade Watts like they had chat rooms, but the chat room was a virtual chat room, so you could actually go and like instead of you having to come over the house, like you could hop into the Oasis and I can invite you over, and you would be able to walk into.
God,
Like,
it
this
just sounds
room.
like everybody would have been fat as fuck.
Yeah, most likely, like very
Like very
realistically, yeah.
fucking very Wally, like just.
But then that's when like you saw. So here's what I really loved. Speaking of like it being fun, did you see their fucking like VR, like the treadmill shit that they had?
Oh, that was dope. Like how you would
How
walk and
fucking
move.
crazy is
Yeah,
that? He was strapped in. He was like running around, and it was like frictionless treadmill that you're like running around on.
Yeah,
That was fucking crazy.
that's cool. I mean, I think there's still parts in there that don't make sense of like how is it when they climb up a mountain or jump on this stuff, and they did show like a wife jumping on a couch. But you're not always going to be around. That's where it doesn't make sense. You're not always going to be around a couch that somehow magically is the same as what it would be in a video game. So
Right. I think
like I hate when there's like little things like that don't make sense. Like
I
it's
think that's
funny, but when you break it down, it would not be like that. She wouldn't jump on the couch because she's jumping on an object in the video game.
yeah.
That was something that really bothered me. The whole point of
Oh,
him
beautiful,
having,
because that bothered the shit out of me, man.
him having that like tractionless, like just running object, and then that mom jumping around her house, like
Beautiful, like that threw me so fucking off. I was like, that doesn't make no fucking
Really?
sense.
like they should have picked one or the other.
No.
Like it made no sense to have.
Oh,
that.
I see what you're saying.
It doesn't make any sense. Because what if that couch wasn't there?
That's a weird conflict that I didn't really.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't think
fucks with
about.
your mind, dude.
Yeah.
Fucks with your mind.
I'm still thinking about
Yeah,
it.
it pisses
Re-
me off. It's
the
like, and this is the problem that me.
That's childish. Shut
no,
up.
because this
Okay, I'm
is
still
this is
thinking
what's
about it.
really hard sometimes for me as a filmmaker. Is sometimes I
Creating a
focus so
contiguous
I
story that's-
focus so hard on the little bullshit details like that
Yeah.
that sometimes it slows me off in a creative
That's
idea.
your boy.
Yeah.
That's your boy. You
Yeah.
don't like Steven.
I don't like Steve. Oh no, I think he's okay.
He's okay. Well, so that wasn't really part of the book either.
No.
So
probably me in the
imagine,
movie.
like, I get it, like creating a contiguous story where you're not worried about whether or not.
Who said hello? Somebody said hello.
Let me see. Okay, creating this world where A.W. Johnson, I have no idea who that is. What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Um,
What's up? What's up, man? Thank you for joining.
yeah, creating this sort of contiguous world where the idea is everything is consistent. You jump onto this treadmill and you're running around and you're running around a flat surface.
That's dope.
Like, I get that.
So, have you ever been on a VR system that's like that?
No,
I have. Like, it's crazy.
I feel like that would be so awkward to get used
It's
to.
really crazy. There's a school here that has one. And it's crazy. Like, you strap into it like that, and you can walk on it and move. Like, it was.
How does it know?
So the way you wear the belt, and it kind of knows how you're moving around.
Is it a straight? Is it like a
No, I can go left, right. It's a circle ball, kind of like what almost theoretically to what his was, but it's more like a. It's hard to explain. I'd have to show you. I'll take you there because
Really?
I know the
All right.
dean of the school, so we could go play on it.
Dang.
Because it's the school where they make video games, and that's one of their VR setups for stuff like that.
Full Sail?
Full Sail.
Dude, let's get a fucking.
Yeah.
I want to get a sponsor from Full Sail University. So,
Real quick, unrelated but related. 24W Johnson 2 wants to know, what's your favorite sport?
That is so out of there, but mine is definitely not esports.
Ooh, good transition.
Yeah, esports is garbage.
okay.
It's not a real sport. But football would be my favorite sport. But that's how we go. There.
Football. Football's your favorite sport? Because you can't watch basketball, right?
I get so pissed off when I watch basketball.
So there's a difference between your favorite sport to play and your favorite sport to watch.
That's true. Favorite to play? Basketball.
I do like playing football. We have fun playing football. So speaking of esports, that's a good transition because Ninja.
Thank you, Johnson.
Ninja had his event.
Explain this event to me. Just explain it.
So
for me right
here's
now.
what happens.
Yeah.
Ninja
Mm-hmm.
hosts an event in Vegas for Fortnite players. They all show up. They play a battle royale game. They play a bunch of battle royale games. If you kill Ninja in the game, you get $2,500.
No shit.
Yeah. If you win the game, you get $2,500. If Ninja happens to win the game, then he ends up taking $2,500 and donating it to Alzheimer's research.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So
agree.
how many people got invited to this?
That's one for Father John. What I do know is there were almost 700,000 people watching concurrently.
That's crazy cool. But so were they all pro gamers or were they just like
No, it was
randoms?
anybody could join. I think you had to obviously you had to pay for entrance or something,
Yeah,
most
okay.
likely, or like obviously trying to get
But
to
it
Vegas.
all took
period.
place in Vegas
Yeah,
on PCs.
I'm assuming so.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, think about it. The intention is for every game to be with.
So how much
Ninja.
did he actually donate to?
That's another one for Father John. I don't know the answer.
That's
to
actually really cool, man. I think I would usually bash on esports just because I don't like that they call it a sport.
that. Yeah, I get that. Like you don't like the fact that they're talking about sports. I get it, but think of
Ninja is a
how
boss.
crazy
Yeah.
how crazy that event is.
I think that's awesome.
Right, 700,000 people watching.
Yeah.
Probably filled a stadium with.
That's about just as much people that would probably show up for an episode of Friends.
So, to stop you there, got some facts.
Oh, give us some facts,
All right.
Harry Potter.
So,
It's Ron. Dude.
Ron Weasley.
it reached over 660,000 viewers.
That's a lot.
500,000 viewers consistently for the majority of the night.
That's good.
Dang.
The donation was kind of interesting. So in total, $50,000 was awarded. Ninja only won one of the games though, so
Oh, shit.
only $2,500 was donated to charity.
He only won one
Oh.
game.
Yeah.
I expected him to win more. I was
Whoa.
expecting a bigger number for charity.
of
I think the
9, yeah.
idea was still really great.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
I think if it was so, this is just a first look into it too, right? Like I think ultimately the idea would be, what if you got teams of people playing Fortnite? You did squads, right? And the squads said, because imagine, right? You have teams of 4, so
Mhm.
25 squads.
Yeah.
If it was like, hey, you pick a research center or some sort of charity that you donate to, you win, then all this money goes towards charity.
Yeah.
Like that'd be fucking amazing.
Oh, I think it's cool that they did that. I got a lot more viewers involved. I mean, they got Ninja because he's the number one in the world right now for viewers, so they knew a lot of people were gonna follow it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think he's a good showman, which is what made it easy for him. But also, like, were there any Father John? I need you on this one. Were there any other really big names there aside from the comment? So, two of the commentators, Optic Courage and Dr. Lupo. Dr. Lupo is another really big Twitch streamer. Those two were commentating for the whole thing, which, mind you, I would love to do that. Can you imagine being able
Commentate.
to commentate for a battle royale game? There's 100 people. You spend 20 minutes commentating, and for each game, and you're literally just talking about like what people are doing, which is also funny because really, like, there are hundreds of thousands of people that are watching, millions of people that probably that are watching Fortnite.
It's the number one game in the world right now.
What's crazy to me is there's so much that a lot of people don't know. For instance,
Yeah.
there's something
latest on it.
called edit peaking.
Cool.
you heard
That's
of it?
stupid. No, I've never heard of it.
So if you're playing Fortnite,
Yeah.
and other people have like these advantages by knowing like these little nuances of the game, like the mechanics to be better at it. It's frustrating when you get shit on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like earlier we were trying to play, getting our asses handed to us.
Yeah.
But
Except
there's
that one
little
time I
things
played
here and
without you, and I
there.
got second.
What's it?
Except that one time I played without you, and I got second.
You got second place when you let everybody else go and die. And then
Yeah,
you
it's all
got
about survival.
Still
You
got
got-
second.
So thank you. It's all about survival.
you want to know how many kills he got?
One.
He got one fucking kill.
Hey,
You know who else on the team got one kill?
you did,
I did.
But
and
you
I
didn't
was dead
survive.
from the beginning of the game.
Tyler. In a game like a battle royal game, is it more important to have a bunch of kills or how long you last in the game and survive?
How long you last? Survive.
Thank you.
Is it more important to win the game or get second place?
Win the game.
Right.
So therefore, if you are bad at the game,
See, Battle Royale, you only have one winner. So
Right.
so it doesn't matter if you get second place or not.
Well, I think it shows if you're consistently in a top 10 versus consistently
No, it
dying.
doesn't.
Why
Because if
wouldn't
you
it
go
matter?
toe to toe with someone, which you're going against John Wick. Anybody who doesn't know a John Wick, that's someone
Right.
who's gotten to level 100.
Until, well,
believe,
that
on the battle
mattered
pass.
earlier, but now you can just buy the character. But go ahead, go with your theory.
You can't buy the character.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
Oh, I thought more people had it now. Hey, Tyler. But it's more impressive when you like make it in the top 10 than die right away, right?
oh yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
cool. Thanks, man.
What's more fun to watch?
I think it's way more fun to watch somebody shoot and like do all that kind of stuff. I'm not doubting that.
What really matters in Fortnite, not PUBG.
Go
What
ahead.
matters in Fortnite
Mhm.
is the closing that skill gap, mechanically being better at the game. You win games by killing people. You don't win games by camping because when you, let's say for instance, you do last until the very end,
Yeah, but if I
just
get
like
that,
what happened with you,
but if I can get that one kill at the end, then I win.
you're so
So-
much less likely to get that kill though.
Why? Why? If I'm playing
Because you
statistically,
suck.
no. If I'm playing statistic odds,
Because you suck.
at the end of the day,
Okay.
if you have 10 kills, my odds of winning are still greater at the end. Because if I'm making it with one person left, I still have a chance of winning that game, no matter how many people you killed. By me playing strategy and not getting into a dogfight and letting everybody kill themselves, I find that as a pretty smart strategy because I have better odds at the end because I only have to take down one or two person.
So
You're Korean. How do you not understand the math on this?
Yeah, but so 24W Johnson 2 says killing people in Fortnite is more
just say
entertaining.
Johnson.
It's 100% more entertaining. I'm not saying that, but if you want a game where you kill a bunch of people, go play Call of Duty.
Sure.
Right, but it's a lot more.
Shh.
It's a lot stronger.
Shh.
Of no, shut up. It's a lot stronger of a. I can't even fucking think of what I was gonna say. You just got me fucking pissed off now.
I think the point is at the end of the game you have to fight somebody.
Yes,
and
you
if
do.
you're not good at fighting somebody, you're gonna lose every single time.
I agree with that, but it doesn't mean that I'm not a good fighter.
It does
No.
because that's how you play.
Yeah. You
Okay.
practice, you kill people.
If you play the same way every single time,
Let's put it this way: at least in PUBG, I'm ranked in the top 3,000 in the world.
Okay.
I average 1 kill a game.
That's
not-
an argument for how trash PUBG is.
Yeah.
No, because the object of the game is survival.
That's bringing me back to the instance where I was in a boat with 3 other people just chilling in the middle of a lake, getting pissed off that everybody would rather be fishing and drinking a beer than actually playing the fucking game.
The game is meant for survival.
So, Battle Royale is not about survival.
Yes, it is. It's
Battle
last man
Royale
standing.
is about being last man standing,
Right.
winning the game.
Right.
Survival and winning the game, in this case, is where the line is finally being drawn.
Yeah, but my thing
So-
is I have greater odds if I'm only going up against 1 or 2 guys at the end versus trying to fight a bunch of guys in the beginning and
I'm
getting
also
8
not-
kills and not making it very far
So I'm
because
also not saying necessarily like pick every fight. But you literally saw 2 people run past you while you're in a bush,
that's different. I
and you
wasn't ready
fucking
for him.
let them run,
Yeah, it was
and then
too
they-
late at that point.
and then they started building up this mountain.
Yeah.
And they were wide open, and you watched them, and they went all the way up.
Yep.
And they started building.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
you slowly creeped out.
Yep.
And you went right underneath one of their little platforms.
Yep.
And you watched them.
Get killed by somebody else.
And you watched them. They just sat up there. And not only that, we won't take the bush example. I watched you as you shot at someone, found out that they realized where you were at,
Yeah, and I dipped.
and you ran next. I'm talking, if you've played the game, he was 50 meters away from somebody.
Mm-hmm.
50 meters away from somebody. They were fighting. There's 3 of them.
Look at that. That's smart. I know it's smart.
There's 3 of them. They were fighting each other. And actually, the John Wick, I'm pretty sure, was one of those people. You could have killed one of the better players in the game and would have had a much higher likelihood of winning.
Yeah, so let's recap that then. If I would have killed the John Wick, then I would have went up against 2 people at the end, 2 against 1. Other than letting the John Wick take that chance, killed both of them, and now it was 1 against 1.
Yeah, but it
So
was
I'm-
one really good person versus
I still
a
have
bad
better
person.
odds versus
You have
one
better
person.
odds against 2 people that are shit than you do one person who's really
I'd
good.
rather go 1-on-1, and I almost beat that guy. I missed
You
by
didn't
a hair.
almost, you never
I
hit
missed
him
by a
once.
hair second. He shot right a little second before me. And
But that's always going to happen because you're playing against a person that's better.
I finish in a top higher than you all the time. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you don't have. I'm willing to bet you if you looked at your score.
I don't know what the score. Hey, how do the scores work? Do you get more scores in Fortnite for kills, or where you end up?
Ultimately,
curious
the,
now.
The leaderboard score doesn't really make a difference. What you're actually looking at is A, wins, and B, there's a Fortnite tracker website you can go to.
That's not. I mean, that's somebody else's tracker. It's not what Fortnite
Right, but
says.
it's an algorithm based off of skill level. It's not based off of just wins, and it's not based off of how long you survive. It's based off of skill level.
Well, that's what they're saying. I'd rather Fortnite tell me what they want their skill guys to be.
So the
Uh,
only thing we know is just quickly reading. It looks like you get 50 experience per kill.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you get more experience per kill rather than just
But-
surviving.
But it doesn't give you like a rank depending on, because I know when you look at leaderboard and stuff, the only thing that's really on leaderboard would mainly be wins, top 5 finishes, and top 25 finishes.
dude, I
I know you like to
PUBG, I
kill
get
people.
it. PUBG, I get it. Like that's the way that game is played, right? That's the way that they score it. Fine. But Fortnite's a different game, and so surviving in Fortnite is not as important as it is in PUBG. I will say, right, getting to top 5, top 10, whatever, like that's great. That's good job. But it's less impressive to me that you hid for 20 minutes and then got killed by one person
Yeah.
and ran away from a bunch of people
Uh-huh.
than
It's just two
going
different
toe-to-toe
style,
with
just
people.
Two different style of plays.
and actually winning the game. Like you didn't go out
Either
of,
which way, I come closer to winning the game more than you do.
what do you mean by come closer? Because you still lost.
I still lost, but mathematically,
How many games have you won?
on my own,
Yeah.
30.
BS. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for 1 second.
Okay.
You've won 30 solo games.
Yeah.
Oh, but also it's console. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's different. Console sucks. I apologize.
I'm just saying, like I mean,
Completely different.
I don't know how any other way I could break this down. The main objective of the game is to be the last man standing.
Mhm.
If you're finishing in the top 5 or top 10 consistently, you're closer to being the last man standing, no matter on how many kills you get.
Okay.
So if we were looking at it in that kind of way, then yeah, you do want to survive.
But winning games, sure. Like in that regard, like you're closer to you. By that argument, you're closer to winning the game.
Right.
But you're not a better Fortnite player.
Depends on what you say a good Fortnite player is. Are you a good Fortnite player because you get a lot of kills, but you never finish in the top 10? Or are you a good Fortnite player?
With a good Fortnite player, you would lose. Like you would lose. Like we saw it. Like you lost.
That one time.
Yeah. But what about every other time that you went toe to toe and I had to go save you?
What about times where you went toe to toe and then got fucking knocked down? Then I had to be the smart player that saved us.
You saved me one time.
Twice.
You actually
Twice.
saved me one time.
Twice.
No, one. Like you actually went toe to toe with someone, killed them,
Yeah.
and then came and saved me one time.
Okay. I mean, it just depends on what you say a good Fortnite player. I'm not saying I'm better than you at all.
Someone tell me. Someone.
You're
someone
definitely a better.
I want
you
someone
kill
to be
people better
in
than
chat and say, what do you define as a good Fortnite player? Because obviously, like Ninja is both. TSM Myth is both. Fucking what's his face? Cypher is both. Like they win games
and they get a good amount of kills.
and they get a ton of kills.
Yeah.
But like
But that's because they get. That's because
you
they
can
got both
win a
skills
bunch
down.
of games. That's great. You can win 30 games. Let's say that that's true. Like if you win 30 games, you're still like that blows my mind that like you have 30 wins but play the way that you do.
Yeah, because if I'm still a good builder and I'm still a good shooter,
But you're not.
and we're going against people console to console, I am.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're
I can't argue that.
Yeah,
so I'm
we're
not gonna,
saying console to console.
Okay.
So console to console is a
argue
different kind of skill level. PC players are going to be faster. I mean, no matter what. So I have to have a different strategy going at them. But on that aspect, like console to console, I get a good amount of kills. Console to console, I think I'm averaging like 4 kills a game.
We'll look that up.
It's fine.
We'll look that up.
Yeah.
Actually, do me a favor, Father John. Go to FortniteTracker.com. We're gonna fucking check this shit real quick. FortniteTracker.com,
Yep.
and then you have to make sure that you choose the Xbox tag, and you're gonna look up Milky Tea.
And then when he's done, I'll give you my other gamer tag.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay. Sounds good.
It's so funny that you get so salty about it.
I do get salty because I think that it's a horseshit way to play a game.
It's in a different way of playing a game.
It's a horseshit way to play a game.
Because you don't like the way I play. That doesn't mean it's
a chicken
horseshit.
shit way to play the game.
I find it fun.
Great. I'm glad that you're having fun. That's cool. That's all that matters.
My bad, dude. I didn't know. Hey,
That's all that matters.
Tyler, can you do me a favor and go to Fortnite.com and see what the rules are and how you're supposed to play Fortnite? Thanks, man.
How you're supposed to play Fortnite?
Well, you're telling me that you have to play that way, or it's a shit way of playing.
I'm saying it's a chicken shit way to play.
All right. I mean, San Antonio Spurs won a bunch of NBA finals, and all they do.
Don't get me fucking started on basketball.
I'm just saying. The Phoenix Suns were.
You're a flopper. You're a flopper.
Phoenix Suns would score all
no.
these points, but yet they never won
no.
a championship. And the Spurs play great defense and normal stuff.
No. You weren't playing defense. You're a flopper. There's a difference between playing great defense and being a flopper.
All right, Terry wins. You got to get a bunch of kills, and that's how you have to play.
Mhm.
Because there's only one way you're supposed to play a video game, guys.
Yep.
It's the way
Only
Terry
way.
says you're supposed to play.
Only way you're supposed to play a video game.
So what's
Speaking
another
of other
topic?
video games, ones that don't require any competition. Actually, they don't really have competition. You've been playing God of War.
Yes, Terry. How am I supposed to play God of War? I feel like I'm probably playing that game wrong too.
You are.
How should I play it?
You should play it with
Mhm.
more vigor.
Okay. I haven't been doing that, man. I've been looking around at stuff and collecting stuff. That's probably the wrong way. I haven't been going after kills.
Yep.
Shit.
You should be going after kills, dude.
Yeah.
That's what Kratos does.
Yeah.
You have to really emphasize the fact that he's the god of war.
Defense wins championships.
So, in other words,
He's just salty now.
God of War, can someone explain to me? All the pictures I'm seeing is like the dude with his kid.
Oh, it's a full. It's crazy, man. one, it looks amazing. It plays real smooth.
Are you on PS4 Pro or PS4?
Just PS4.
Okay, cool. You're doing that wrong too.
Yeah, figure that.
Just kidding.
What was I gonna say? It's like a story. It's like a really good story, man. Like I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but yeah.
Well, how does it start? How does it start? Like what?
I don't want to ruin that for anybody either. Like it starts kind of tragic. Like you kind of go through this thing, and you're trying to figure out the relationship between you and your son, and you're kind of on this journey together, and you got to work together, and you got to protect your kid, and there's like this whole story behind it, and it's like a really cool, emotional.
It's
battle.
a lot of, from what I noticed, it was a lot of like teaching the kid how to survive.
Yeah,
and
some of it's that.
Yeah.
But you don't really. I mean, I'm not that far in the game, but for so far, it's. I haven't really. You don't really play as the kid. Like he helps you out.
No, but like you play as Kratos,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like the trailer that I watched of it, and the initial gameplay was of him, like you hear him talking to him, going like don't do this, or if you're gonna fight, like do this, and like right, teaching him the way essentially.
Yeah.
Being Kratos.
Yeah, but there's like a bunch of stuff happening right away. Like it's pretty intense right away, and it's kind of cool. Like they give you when you first play it.
But you said it also wasn't like hack and slash.
No, it's not a hack and slash. Like there is like not like it used to be. It's not like a hack and slash like it used to be. Like you got to be a little bit strategic in some of the stuff, the way you fight monsters and stuff like that. Like it is kind of. It's not too much of like.
Is there any? Because I noticed that there were some pretty big monsters. Is it like Shadow of Colossus feeling, like where you have to go and you have to scale a monster? You have to
Well, the one monster
attack a certain spot.
monster I did fight so far, a little bit like that. Like you have to have your son help you out, and the way you move around and find different weak points. Yeah.
I'm excited to play it just because it's getting such good reviews. Honestly, I already said early on that I didn't want to play this one because I was worried that they were going to just reiterate the same game.
No, it's nothing like that. It almost feels.
How many of the God of War games have you
I've played them all.
So like yeah,
it almost feels like a really mixture between God of War and Tomb Raider, like puzzle solving and the way you got to look at stuff, the way you can build weapons.
Which I love that they're doing that because like Hellblade,
like that.
Send You a Sacrifice.
Did you
was a
play?
lot.
Did you play The Witcher?
Yeah.
Is anything like that?
Not that in depth on the weapons, and not
Well,
that
even
big
The Witcher
of it.
was still hack and slash a lot.
Not
though.
even that kind of open world. Like The Witcher, you can still kind of move around a lot. I mean, this kind
Is
of
it linear?
a little bit.
Okay,
A little
that
bit.
makes sense.
I mean, it points you in the right direction. There's not a big, and maybe it gets more open world as you go on, but I don't think it
Well,
does.
because The Witcher is very open world in the sense that you can go and do missions in a lot of different orders.
There's no side
right?
missions on this. This is just a good story.
So it is linear. So
Yeah,
that like
yeah.
that. So it's a
So-
linear story of like you
Yeah.
progress.
There's no side missions.
I obviously haven't played it, but reading about it online and how it's described, it says that the game is open, but it's not open world. So there are like optional boss battles, but it still keeps you in time. The other thing is that
the
this
black shirt needs to chill.
what?
People are just getting on Terry. It's
Nah,
fine.
that makes sense. Apparently they like totally built this game up from ground up.
God of War?
The new God of War. It
Yeah.
says the new installment features a third-person over-the-shoulder free camera.
Yeah,
a
it's really
departure
good.
From
Ooh, that
a
sounds cool.
fixed cinematic camera. So pretty cool.
It's really cool. I still don't understand why it doesn't go full screen.
We have to figure out what's going on with your
Yeah.
PS4 or something because I don't think that's right. What I remember watching was not like square television.
It's still widescreen, but just imagine like if you had your TV
Mhm.
and it just had a little bit of black border around it.
Oh,
I'll take a picture of it tonight. I'll
I
show
think you just haven't looked through your settings.
No, dude, I went through like every setting.
24W Johnson 2 says, is it like Horizon Zero Dawn?
I never played Horizon
No,
Zero
Horizon
Dawn,
Zero
but-
Dawn is still a bit more open map. So
Really?
Yeah.
So this one, like, obviously, like, I understand that the story is very linear, but is it like, do you go around and do you collect shit?
you can like you get different armor that's stronger. You have to switch weapons depending on what kind of monster you're fighting.
Ooh, I like that.
So think of it as like Zelda. So let's think of it like Zelda, how like you couldn't use like ice object on a certain person.
Like, it did
right?
less damage.
Right, it would do
or-
less damage. So like you might fight somebody and a certain axe or a certain ability doesn't do any damage, so you have to figure out what weapon you need to use.
Yeah, but even with Zelda though, like it was pretty cut and dry. Like you would pull out like a guardian sword and you would just wail on something.
No, this is like legit where I had to use my fist on somebody because my axe didn't do any damage, but my fist did damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Dauntless.
Little
Dauntless
bit,
or like
yeah.
or Monster Hunter.
It's like Monster Hunter. I would say more like Monster Hunter because Monster Hunter is really not that big of an open world. It still keeps it pretty.
Right. Like you go to a place and then there's like there's just like set environment.
It's like that. I would say it's more like that, but way better graphics.
That's okay. Like that.
It's fun, man. I'll let you. Once I'm done with it, I'll give it to you.
Father, how many hours do you think?
Well, I haven't looked at how many total game hours does it usually take to beat that game.
Because
there's not a lot of side stuff.
I was gonna say if it's not a lot of side stuff like Witcher and whatnot, like you're not gonna get.
There might be side stuff, but as far as I'm into the game right now, there's no side stuff.
Because remember, so going back, like Final Fantasy 15,
God,
that was a 100-hour game.
So this one is quotes at about 30 hours.
There you go.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Like
a long game does not equate a good game by any means.
Right. No, not at all. I personally love Final Fantasy 15, and that's why I put 100 hours into it. But it's because they had all these side missions. With this game, like a good story, I'm okay with 30 to 40 hours.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's a good game.
For a solid game like Wolfenstein, when I played through that, I think I played through Wolfenstein in about.
Was it 45?
I want to say it was about 40 to 50 hours. Yeah. And Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, like 40 to 50 hours, and that was a phenomenal game. That was a first person shooter. So like a hack and slash. Well, it's not a hack and slash. You said it's more of like a.
When was the last God of War out?
I think
the real God of War, like what was it? God of War.
Yeah, we looked this up
3?
last time.
What, 10 years ago? Let me say, like 8 or 10 years ago.
2010.
2010.
8 years ago.
8 years ago.
See, that's crazy because God of War is still talked about to this
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
It's a classic. It's a cult classic.
Well, it's just good. I'm glad they were able to, get a game out in time, unlike Kingdom Hearts.
Our friend Nin got to go and see the people from Kingdom Hearts, the director and developer and all.
Those guys are still alive, man. It's been so long since I put out a game. As far as those guys are still alive.
I don't even want to talk about. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm done.
I'm just
quit.
curious when that game's gonna come out.
I give up.
We see Zelda games quicker than we see Kingdom Hearts games.
Johnson says like Skyrim that takes a long time to finish, but Skyrim though, you actually, I would love to see a speed run of God of War eventually, because Skyrim is a widely talked about game.
Yeah.
Very, very popular. But there were people that were speed running it in like less than an hour.
What?
You can beat Skyrim, no hacks, just glitches and things, like known glitches. You can beat Skyrim. I think it was like in 30 minutes or an hour. Or something.
How?
It's clipping. You clip through walls and shit, and like it's just knowing that you can like pick up a plate and you can use it to like clip yourself through a wall, and then you can bypass cutscenes and like not have to talk to certain NPCs, and like it's just people are fucking batshit crazy.
What's the fun in that?
Speed running. Like the whole point is like in Super Mario Odyssey.
Hey, can you show me? Hey, is there any attractive speedrunners out there?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
No, I don't have to look that up.
Cool.
You could become a speedrunner.
I'm gorgeous, bro.
And then there still wouldn't be any attractive.
No.
got him.
Oh my God, he got me, guys. That was such a good diss. Oh man, dang, bro.
I feel bad that you haven't been salty much today.
I'm being salty.
You've been pretty mellow.
Have I been mellow?
You've been
Well,
really
I mean,
mellow.
I'm scared. I mean, apparently I'm playing Fortnite wrong. You know,
I know. Why?
I gotta run into the action and die right away.
You're normally such a salty person, like here.
Because I like the way I play
but then,
Fortnite.
But then you go and play Fortnite, and you're like this chicken shit that won't go out and fight people.
That's not true. My strategy is to stay alive.
You specifically told me that you won't go and fight people unless you're with other people that like.
Because when you guys are
intentionally wanna go fight
distracting them, I usually try to come side on them. I think of it like Siege.
His face, like it's such a great plan. It's like when I play Siege, like this is how I play.
This is how I play, man. I didn't know I was playing it wrong. I didn't read the rule book.
No, you're right. You're right.
No.
You are welcome to play the game however you.
No, it's cool. That's why you guys never play with me, anyways.
That's not true. I try to play with you all the time.
I just got a new game. Will you come over and help me play it?
Hey, we tell them the right way to play Zelda.
Wait, did you get Breath of the Wild?
I did.
Father John finally got a Switch, guys.
A year later, I have it.
Dude.
Did
Did you wait? Did Milky T let you borrow
No.
Breath of the Wild? Oh.
He
Never mind.
texted me after I bought it, and I didn't want to return.
It's okay. It's okay because I actually feel like I'm sad that I don't own it.
What?
Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, I borrowed it. I let you borrow it for a long time.
Yeah.
So,
I had it for a long time.
quick story on that. Two things, two
Yeah.
thoughts.
I beat it and then Kelsey beat it. Sorry.
One thought is the Switch is amazing in every single way.
Right, it's great.
Like
Mm-mm.
I hate.
No, there's one. I can tell you one
okay.
fucking way. It's not amazing. But go ahead.
Actually, I have some complaints.
Yeah.
The whole like no Bluetooth and like also like
No, it has Bluetooth. They just don't enable it right.
my biggest thing though is like why not just put Netflix on there? Like why not make that a thing?
I don't know if I'd watch Netflix on
What?
there. Would you?
Really?
No.
No, I would not.
It's a 720p display.
All right, just
My
sure.
phone's gonna look better.
Yeah, but
Any
the
pho-
convenience of it, I really really like. Anyways,
I agree. I agree with that. 100%.
It's the most convenient console I've ever played.
Oh, it's great, dude.
Which makes it accessible. But
It-
two, yeah. Say it.
Wait, snack break.
No.
Snack break. Oh shit.
Right now?
No, wait. No, hold up. Fuck that.
Here, I'm just gonna pass out a snack while you guys are
Okay.
talking about this.
What do you got?
Oh man. Oh damn.
Oh shit,
right,
dude.
hold
Where
on.
was he keeping that?
Let me pass these out while we're talking.
You think
about
they're
this.
melted?
No, no, no.
Are they cold?
Yeah.
Oh
They
my
came out of
the
god.
fridge.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking excited
Damn.
right now. Where'd you get these? No,
I don't remember.
what I fucking hate is
Target.
that there's
Yeah,
no
Target.
I'm so excited right now.
Yeah.
That there's no way to game chat.
I am just.
Like,
I agree.
I
I'm-
would have played Splatoon with your girl so much more. That
I would have
sounds so
played.
bad.
Yeah, it does. It does. But I would have played Splatoon with you.
Yeah.
Like
if
I
we
would
get
have
a group
played my.
chat.
I would consistently play the Switch if I had group chat.
Like what I had to do when me and my boy Ty Thug would play, we would fucking FaceTime each other so we could communicate on what we were doing in the game.
That's such garbage.
Yeah.
That's such garbage. The fact that they don't just integrate something like Discord, that would be so easy.
Yeah.
And I don't. If they had voice chat, I wouldn't even be upset about not having Bluetooth.
Right?
Right?
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, fuck that. That's the only thing that they're missing.
fuck that.
And your fucking long ass gamer number.
Also, they do make it like impossible to make friends.
So that's okay though.
So good.
But the second thing, Breath of the Wild, is insane. The other day, I didn't know how to view the map. I probably played like 8 hours into it. I didn't know how to view the map. And Mike goes, no, you gotta see this. We view the map, and my dot is like this big, and the map is like this big.
He's maybe done. He's put 8 hours into. He's maybe done 10% of the map.
Less than that. Like,
yeah,
it's
that sounds
insane.
about right.
And I told you I put over 100 hours in that game.
Oh,
And
easily.
that wasn't even like. That wasn't me trying to do anything crazy too. That was me just playing the game.
Dude, I did crazy. I went crazy. with it.
100.
I went everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw my loadout at the end, right? I was maxed out to the point where I had the weapons that were from the Lionels.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're called, right?
Yeah.
I had the weapons from the Lionels, the shields and the bows and the swords that had like the max roll stats.
Yeah.
So like,
Well, I
I
found
had-
every seed and I got.
did you really?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude!
Yeah.
I had a bow that shot. I think it was like, you know how like you can have the multipliers? It's like it shoots three arrows at a time. You're like, fuck yeah! I had one that was like 5 or 7.
Oh shit. I think what's badass about that game is that your weapons break.
Yeah.
Your weapons fucking
Agreed.
break.
Totally agreed. I think that was such a. But on the flip side, at the very end, especially when you have the weapons that I had, didn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
You had one weapon that did so much damage that you didn't end up using.
But it was cool till you got that weapon because you don't get that weapon for a while.
That's true.
So.
Actually, I never used that. You're talking about Master Sword, right?
No.
Oh.
Talk about the other one.
You're talking about just in general, like
Yeah.
the Lionel swords.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to fight. Have you fought a Lionel yet, Father John?
Oh, what's that? Is it a robot?
No.
No.
He's like, I've only fought the robots.
Yeah. Never mind. Have you fought what? Yo, you're
So-
only 8 hours. You've barely made it off the top of the building.
So I.
Damn. Wait, have you not made it out of the main place?
What?
Have you gotten your glider, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the glider. I tamed a horse. I went into this really small village. It was a horse stable.
Is all he's done. He's played for 8 hours. The fuck did you? Were you just like reading everything and talking to the
No,
same person
yeah.
5 times a piece?
Well, I'm a completionist, and so like I go everywhere.
Oh,
Like,
you're gonna be in that game for a long time,
Yeah.
then, buddy.
I'm
You
scared.
can put probably 200 plus
Yeah.
hours,
I'm scared.
Yeah.
guaranteed. Because if you try to pick up all the seeds in all of the shrines,
If you try to do, I mean, there's 100 shrines.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of shrines, dude. You're gonna be fucked. I'm
Yep,
sorry, you're not
I
gonna
know.
play
Because there's
anything
some
else.
shrines you can't do until you get certain stuff.
Right.
But by the time you do finish, you'll be able to play Skyrim, and you'll be able to play.
I don't want to do that.
You'll be able to play Wolfenstein on it.
Dude, by the time you're done, though, the better DLCs for Zelda will be out.
Yeah. It's the only
Um,
game I'll need.
All right. Well, I feel bad. We have some friends. So, real
What's
quick
going on?
question from the audience. I like that. I like the idea of at the end, audience we can have a Q&A.
I love when people ask questions. We'll
Um,
answer them all day long.
Johnson asks, "Have you guys played WWE 2K18? 2018.
I have not.
Have you played? When was the last time you played a WWE game?
WWE on the Nintendo 64
For Nintendo
no,
64.
the No Mercy one. No Mercy was dope, dude. That's when they first had like breaking through chairs and like fucking cage matches.
Which was
and,
my very
chair
first time
chair
playing a
belt
WWE
matches.
game, and my last time playing a WWE game was you had like the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
You could, like you climb up on top of the ladder. You had to grab the thing. Grab
That's
whatever it was.
a ladder match. Yeah, I think No Mercy, bro.
Is that real? Is that
I mean,
like,
that's No Mercy was like the best. I didn't do much of WWF or WWE stuff when I was like 15, 16, 17, 18, so it would have been WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy and stuff like
Dang.
that for the N64. The Battle Royals, I mean, the Royal Rumble's going to be here, though.
weren't you the one who said that Battle Royale was just based off of a bunch of people and
It's fucking, because it's Royal Rumble.
it's literally just a bunch of people in a fucking wrestling match?
Yeah, I mean, that's how I know Battle
That's so
Royale.
stupid. We won't talk about it right now, I guess. But like, I guess Battlefield and COD are bringing.
Oh, yeah, they're
Battle
bringing,
Royales. Did you know that
that's going to be
So
interesting.
we watched that. We watched that video.
Yeah.
Did you know there's only 18 people in that game?
Oh. I would, I don't know what.
What's a battle royale game if you don't have 100 people? Fuck that.
No, because then you're just playing Siege. But this is the thing, man. Like
Wait, how many people are in Siege? It's only like 8.
5-on-5.
No, it's not. Is it 5 or is it 4?
It's 5.
Okay, so 10 people.
Yeah.
Still the same as Siege, or not the same as what's it called?
You know, Father John, fucking Ron Weasley over there, told us.
I was like, wait,
Yeah.
and Ron Weasley?
he says Battle Royale is not going to last that long, or it will die out, and I disagree because I think there's a good amount, at least for me. I don't like I like how scared I get that I'm going to die, because there's a different kind of urgency of survival in the way you want to
Sure.
play the game. And when you can just run around and shoot and die, but just keep going, and some people worry about their what was it called?
Well, okay. Oh, so to be fair, it's not that I'm worrying about my KDA. It's like
Right.
I'm not going for kills just to be going for kills. I go for kills. Like, just to clarify for everybody, I go for kills to get better at the game, so that when I go toe to toe with people later on, like, I'm able to best them in a 1v1 rather than just
So wait, well, hold on. I got a question then.
rather than hoping that I'm going to beat
No.
somebody.
So let's say you do this for a while and you just become awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Then would you play a different kind of strategy of wanting to survive more closer to the end because you know you can go toe to toe with them all the time?
Yes and no.
I don't think you have to do one or the other, right? The point of the game is you do both.
Yeah, I think you
Exactly.
need to have a balance. I think
That's
there's a
what I'm
balance
saying.
to it.
That's what I'm saying. I would be more balanced at that point.
But I am trying. I've said that too, that I'm trying to be more balanced at it because I try to get out of that PUBG mindset.
Well, yes, yeah.
I've said that. I
agree.
was like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got to get out of this PUBG mindset.
I agree. I think for me, a battle royale game like PUBG, you can get away with. We just had a moment there
Yeah.
for our audio listeners.
Yeah.
You can get away with in PUBG just camping. In Fortnite, you really can't. You just can't really get away with that in Fortnite. Like, you experienced that. And I know it was only one instance, but everybody I know that does that, where they just hide for the whole time, like, they're not as good at the game as the person who ends up being the last one
No,
standing.
I get you got to have a decent balance. You got to have
Right?
a balance.
So I think that I right now know that I suck at the game,
I think you need to know when to hold them.
and you have to know when to fold.
Yeah, and that's when you run.
and there are instances like you've heard me go, oh, we just need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's
and
fair.
then you see me fucking pop off with 5 kills, and then right. Like,
Yeah, no, I agree.
So
I'm real curious what it's going to be like though if Call of Duty and what's the other one? Battlefield, because I think if Battlefield came out with
I think COD just needs to stick to zombies, dude.
a Battlefield Battle Royale would wipe out PUBG, I think, because their engine and how great that game looks.
Yeah.
And
I agree
you
with the
add that,
gameplay. Like, I think mechanically, Battlefield feels way fucking better.
Right. So like add that mechanics.
That's true.
Like
just widen the map a little bit and allow more people.
Right, because like you only had that kind of. You had search and destroy when you played on certain levels where you had to find an object and blow it
Battlefield?
up. Battlefield had something. Well, Call of Duty had that.
Yeah.
But if you had that, like a no respawn, 100 people, right, and everybody versus everybody, and you put it on a big company like EA or a big company whoever does Call of Duty now, with those grade of graphics, with that much manpower behind it, like it would. I don't think it would take down Fortnite, but I think it would take down PUBG. I think it would come close to taking down Fortnite.
I don't think Battlefield will do it. Well, I mean, I don't think that they will be able to come anywhere close to taking out PUBG or Fortnite. And I hate to say that because I fucking hate PUBG.
Right.
Cannot stand it. I think the reason that they won't get close enough to do it is just because, like, if you look at Battlefield as a whole or COD as a whole, like, they're not going to innovate on it. Battle Royale games have now been out for a long time.
Right.
A really long time.
But they can innovate by
PUBG and Fortnite
graphics.
have now been out for a little while, but they're really the ones that took off. But they're the first of their kind. Fortnite has building mechanics, right? It was based off of PUBG. Nothing has been able to trump Fortnite, even though there are other games that existed that were like this, simply because nobody has innovated. Darwin Project is awesome. Darwin Project now went to a free-to-play business model.
Mm-hmm.
It's free-to-play, but you can buy customizable shit. Like, they're going to that free-to-play status because it's easier and better that way for business, right? Like that proves that it's going to be something that everybody's transitioning into, like loot boxes and all that shit. Like that's something that's happening, and it's going to last a long time. But I just don't think that Battlefield will do it right.
We'll have to see. What was that other game that just came out that was trying to do the game everybody was playing when the servers went down on Fortnite?
Oh, Radical Heights.
Dude, that got shitty reviews.
It's because it's fucking what's it called, like early alpha. It's like early.
Why is there a review on it?
But because people, I don't know, people consider alpha games real games now. It's that horseshit mindset of like, oh, we released the game to the public, but it's an alpha. But it is free, which is cool. They still have a founders pack, which is $15. And you can donate, basically, because you can play the game for free.
I think we'll just have to see. We'll have to see what Fortnite does in a year.
Yeah, I think Radical Heights is cool. I think it makes more sense. There are games out there right now that should easily wipe the floor with PUBG. Mechanics are better. Game's faster.
Yeah.
Map is huge.
PUBG has to figure something out, man.
Yeah.
And I love PUBG. It just needs to be... I mean, they have that new map coming out, but it just needs to look better. It just doesn't look good enough right now.
PUBG?
Yeah.
Oh, their desert map? Or
yeah, that should be coming out. The desert map should be coming... I mean, it's already on PC. It should be coming out to console soon.
Oh, that's right. It's not even out on console yet?
Yeah.
Trash. One more reason not to play it on console.
It gets smoother and it gets better play. I mean, there's a lot I like about it, but you would think with how much money they've made that they would have...
That's why I think PUBG has gone downhill.
Yeah.
I get that they need to make things.
And it's not that Fortnite. I mean, Fortnite's not that hard to make look great. I mean, it's
right. Polygons.
Yeah,
get
polygons.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would rather a game that plays mechanically very well.
And I think PUBG plays great. I wish there was a different. I mean, I think Fortnite plays great. I wish there was still a better way of evening it out between cross-platform players, but I don't think that's ever really going to happen.
There kind of is. Apparently, on PS4, you can hook up a keyboard and mouse without having to worry about an adapter.
Really?
So maybe download it on your PlayStation and try it. It's
No.
a free to play game, so I don't think you need PlayStation Plus. I don't know.
I would love it if I could put a keyboard and mouse. I would like to try that.
I mean, ultimately,
It would
that's.
save me from having to spend $1,000 just to play Fortnite with my friends on PC.
I mean, I think you should do that either way.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
But yeah.
I think that's where we're going to end it. We're going to wrap up Rock Out. I'm your host, T. Bishop. My co-host,
Milky. I only play the game Terry wants me to play.
and Father John in the back. If you guys want to see more of this content, we're on SoundCloud, we're on iTunes. We have our own website. It's giveme5podcast.com. It's the number 5. Giveme5podcast.com. You can check us out on Instagram and Twitter. It's at giveme5podcast once again. So make it super, super easy. We've got tons of video content. We've got way more audio content.
Way
so,
more.
definitely come check some of that stuff out. And then please leave us feedback. Let us know if there's stuff that you want to see. And we'll see you next Saturday. Peace.
Peace.